What is up, PF family? Thanks for tuning in for another awesome Planet Fitness workout. My name is Diego, and I'm a Planet Fitness trainer here in Fairfax, Virginia. I'm so honored to helping you out today by showing you that whether you're at home or somewhere else, we can still get a great workout in. If you are headed back to the clubs, make sure you check out the crowd meter on the Planet Fitness app. That way you know how many members are inside the club before you arrive. Here at Planet Fitness, we believe fitness is essential. And we're going to prove that today by knocking out this really fun and effective workout together. Today, we have a lower body workout in the PF360 area. This section of the gym is great and a spacious location for us to target the largest muscles of the body, our legs. If you aren't familiar with these exercises, don't fret, because I'll show you modifications to ensure that you knock each one out with confidence. Remember, take breaks when you need them and pace yourself, as this is not a competition. All right, let's start the workout with a quick warm-up. So to start our warm-up, we're going to be doing walking, opening the gates. So what that means is when in this position, we're going to have our right leg come in and rotate out, and then we're going to do the same thing with our left leg. So we're essentially just opening the hips up. This is going to be a really beneficial way to get some blood flow through the lower body. All right, but we're going to do it walking. So what that's going to look like, we're going to be opening the gate as we move forward. So go ahead and grab some space. Make sure it's pretty spacious so you have a little bit of a runway so we can knock out opening the gate. I have a timer here. We're going to knock this out for 30 seconds on before we rotate to a different warm-up exercise. All right, let's go ahead and knock this one out together. We're going to get started in 3, 2, ready, go. So in this nice and upright position, I'm externally rotating my leg outward. Like I said, it's going to get a lot of blood flow to my hip joint, and that's going to get us ready for a lower body workout. Since this is just a warm-up, nice and fluid, dynamic movements here. Nothing too quick. There we go. Last few seconds. Nice and upright. Let's get one more. And rest. Exactly. Next one's going to be the opposite. It's going to be closing the gate. So instead of externally rotating the leg, we're going to internally rotate it. So on the outside here, we're going to bring the leg in, and then the left side is going to do the same thing. If you do need to modify it so you're a little bit more balanced, can't quite yet do the walking, you can always grab onto a structure here. You'd be able to do that opening and also the closing the gate as well. Let's do the closing the gate one, walking, for this next one in 3, 2, ready, go. We're going to utilize this runway that I have here to knock out closing the gate. This is also a really good way to get that heart rate slightly elevated, just as our body is going to get ready for physical activity. You might notice your breathing rate, heart rate might start to increase. That's okay. That's perfectly normal. As we get better at training, this is going to be a really good response to exercise, and our body's going to be a lot more efficient at doing so with training. Let's get one more and rest. That's the warm-up. Let's hop into our workout. We have 5 exercises today, and we're going to knock each one out 2 sets each. Our interval today, I have the timer for. Don't worry about counting your reps. We're going to go for 40 seconds of work in addition to 20 seconds of rest. If you do need to pace yourself, by all means do so, because this is your workout. You can always modify it how you need to. Our first exercise is going to be a great way to get our lower body nice and ready for physical activity. It's going to be a bodyweight squat, also known as an air squat. We're going to position ourselves nice and upright, feet just outside of shoulder width, or you can go shoulder width if you need to. And we're going to lower our lower body, the point where we're just about parallel to the ground. We can modify if we need to in that quarter waist squat down there. All right, let's knock out set number 1 for this exercise. We're going 40 seconds on this one. Let's start this workout together. 3, 2, ready, go. Like I said, I want to be upright, legs just outside shoulder width. I'm going to lower myself right down here. We're going to come right back up. We're going to take these nice and slow, You want to make sure that every movement matters on this one. You get a very good time under tension. No quick movements just yet. Okay, we need to modify that. Like I said, we can do that quarter way squat. We're going almost all the way to parallel. This is a really good way to relieve a lot of stress off those knees. This is 30 seconds, quarter way left, just 10 seconds to go. There we go. We're moving here. Let's go one more and rest. There we go. In these quick 20 seconds of rest, it's a good time to get some oxygen in, breathe with control before we knock out set number 2 in 5 seconds. Same thing, 3, 2, ready, go. Same thing, want to be nice and squared. Lower ourselves down to what is comfortable and then back up with control. Like I said, all these movements matter. We want to be nice and relaxed with control. We want to move our body. Don't let our body move us. 20 seconds, we're halfway. There we go. We can quickly modify that quarter way if we need to. And you can also utilize both the modified and the traditional way, where you can do 3 sets of each. That's a good way to eventually build up into just doing the traditional. Last few seconds, one more, and rest. There we go. We already knocked out the first exercise. Let's go ahead and treat ourselves to a nice water break. So water is super, super important during your workouts, as it's going to do a good job of rehydrating our body and replenishing all our fluids that we lose through exercise. It's going to make recovery a lot better for us after our workout. Exercise number 2, we're going to do a nice movement called a kettlebell swing. So I have a kettlebell here, but if you don't have a kettlebell, don't even fret. We can use any type of equipment that we have to perform this exercise. We can even use a water bottle, and I'll show you how we can do that. For this exercise, we're going to get into a stance that is about shoulder width apart, more of an athletic stance. And we're going to lower and hinge our hips just a little bit, keeping our back nice and flat, chest and facing forward, and our weight, my water bottle here, is going to be down by my pelvis right here. Since this exercise is going to focus on the glutes, that powerful muscle on the backside, we're going to drive our hips forward, and that's going to move my weight, my kettlebell, up. As it comes down, we'll catch it, and we're going to push with our glutes again. It's not so much a shoulder-related exercise, as all the power is going to come from that powerful glute maximus muscle. Let's go ahead and knock this one out. This is exercise number 2. Same structure, 2 sets, 40 seconds on, 20 off. We're moving in 3, 2, ready, go. Got my kettlebell here, driving with my glutes. I'm pushing my feet down to the ground. And that's how we knock out a kettlebell swing. If you don't have any type of weight at your disposal, we can always go body weight, and we can still try to imagine we're driving our hips forward. And that's going to do a very similar job. It's still going to help us get a great workout in, just minus the weight that we would have in our hands. This is 30 seconds in, just 10 to go. Make sure you're breathing. There we go, almost there. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. There we go. Like I said, during these parts of a break, very important, get your oxygen in, don't hold your breath, breathe in a nice and controlled manner, and that's gonna help keep that heart rate nice and at a great level. Set number 2 is coming up in 3, 2, ready, go. There we go. Doing the same thing. You want to keep it a little bit fancy, what we can do is we can add a side step to the exercise. So as this kettlebell comes up, we're going to step to the side, and that's going to get our legs in this exercise just a little bit more. And you can always do this with the body weight if you need to. There we go, 25 seconds. We're over halfway. I'm going to modify that. We go body weight. There we go, last few seconds. We're knocking it out. Keep going, push yourself. One more, and rest. There we go. Ooh, that was a good one. This is the time. Let's take a break. We've knocked out 2 great exercises. I'm already sweating. I hope you're getting a great workout so far. Let's take a break. Let's take a quick water break. Beautiful job so far. All right, as you guys catch your breath, we're gonna move on to our 3rd exercise. This one is butt kicks. So we don't need any equipment for this one, which makes it a great exercise to do at home or anywhere you're doing exercise. Being in this upright position, we're gonna have our hands just above the top portion of our legs here. I'm gonna bring my heels to my butt here. All right, that's gonna allow my hamstring muscle to pull on my lower leg, and that's gonna work out that hamstring muscle on the backside. Great for posture, great for all around lower body strength and endurance. Let's do this one. Same structure, 40 seconds on, 20 off, in 3, 2, ready, go. So in this position, as you can see, I'm just bringing the heels and I'm just bending at my knee here. This is all around just a great way to get those hamstrings nice and fired up. Speaking of fired up, if you want to get a progression out of this, we can quickly knock out these butt kicks. And that's going to help our heart rate get up there. It's going to get us to do just a little bit more work. And we can, of course, modify that to just a slower pace too, as a way to progress into that. There we go. This is 35 seconds. Last few. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent job. That's one down. As we rest, we're going to get mentally prepared, get our mind-body connection, and we're going to knock out set number 2 for our butt kicks. In 5 seconds, we're going to get moving. This year's all about moving. In 3, 2, ready, go. We're going butt kicks. If we're going on this faster version, we're going to avoid being on our heels, as being on your heels might just slow you down. And from the balls of our feet, can really knock out just slightly more repetitions. And that's going to get us moving. 20 seconds. That's 20 seconds down, 20 seconds to go. If we can make it this half, we can definitely make the second half. Here we go. We're almost done. Challenge yourself on these last few seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going and rest. There we go. That is the butt kick exercise. It's a great way to get that heart rate nice and up there. And of course, it's going to relate to that heart rate response. And as we get better at doing that exercise, our heart would also get better. And that's going to help us become more efficient at anything cardio related. Our next exercise, if you know me, you already know my favorite compound exercise is the Romanian deadlift. Now, just because it says deadlift doesn't mean it's a super intimidating exercise. By all means, it is not. It's a super friendly exercise that we can do that's going to help target our glutes, our hamstrings, and of course, our lower back. This is a great way to build some lower back strength. It might even help reduce a lot of that pain from our lower back. So, very similar stance to that kettlebell swing. It's that athletic stance, but feet are going to be a little bit more narrow, just about shoulder width. From here, I'm going to push my glutes back, keeping my back nice and flat. And I'm going to lower my weight just below my knees here before I stand back up with control. That's going to target all those muscles that I mentioned. It's a very small movement, but it's a very effective movement. Same thing, we're going to target this for 2 sets, 40 seconds on, 20 off. And I'm going to do this with my water bottle here to show you that we can pretty much use anything whenever we need to. Let's get started in 3, 2, ready, go. So I have my weight just hanging down here. I'm going to push my hips back, hinging all around. Just good old time under tension. This is a great exercise that you could do almost anywhere as well. You don't even need equipment. This is something that you can do. Maybe you're hanging out in an elevator and you're waiting to get to that top floor. You got it all the time. You can knock out some good old-fashioned Romanian deadlifts. Here we go. This is already 30 seconds. Time's flying by. We got 10 more seconds. Last quarter. 5 seconds. Time's moving. In 3, 2, and a rest. Boom. That's exactly how it's done. Let's say maybe we don't have a water bottle. Let's say maybe we don't even have a kettlebell. I could even grab a medicine ball. Maybe this is like a soccer ball. Whatever type of object you have, we can definitely still knock out a good old Romanian deadlift. I'll show you on this one in 3, 2, ready, go. You can do that Romanian deadlift utilizing any type of weight that we have. If this is a movement that is still pretty tough, don't even fret, as we can modify it just a little bit, as we can get a smaller version, just less range of motion out of that Romanian deadlift. That's still going to be a very effective way to eventually train into a Romanian deadlift, where we're going all the way and we're pushing our hips all the way back. We're already 3/4 of the way in. We're almost done. Keep pushing. Get that good time under tension, because all these movements matter. Last one for the road, and rest. Awesome job. Before we get into our last exercise, let's take a quick water break. Like I said, water is super important. It's not only just important for during our exercise, but it's very important to drink water before you exercise, as that can help prevent dehydration. And also it's important after we exercise, because that's going to help us recover from exercise a lot more effectively and efficiently. All right, we're going to target the last set of muscles within our lower body, the often forgotten calves of our legs. But we won't leave them out. We got to give everyone their love and attention. So what we can do here is we're going to grab a ledge. So I got my little plate right here. You can grab any type of structure that's going to be stable. Steps or stairs are a great way to do some calf raises. So as I get onto my plate or my stair, the balls of my feet are going to be on the platform and my heels are going to be hanging off. What we're going to do here is we're going to get on top and we're going to bring our heels up. Essentially, we're on top of the balls of our feet, kind of like we're doing tippy toes, and our heels are going to come up. And then on the way down, our heels are going to dip and our toes are going to come up just a little bit. You can also do this on the floor if you don't have a ledge, but with a ledge, you just get a little bit more range of motion out of it, but no big deal. Also helps, since we're going to be on our toes, we're going to be slightly unstable. So if you have something to grab a hold onto, I highly recommend that, as we can decrease our risk for falling. All right, let's knock this last exercise out. Same thing, it's going to be 40 seconds on, 20 off, but we're really going to focus on the time under tension on this one. We're going to get a really, really nice workout for those calf muscles on the backside. Let me reset my watch here. We're going to knock out set number 1. Let's finish this last 2 together, just like we started, in 3, 2, ready, go. I'm going to bring my heels up nice and slow. I'm going to take a quick pause, squeeze my calf muscles, and I'm going to dip those heels down. I'm going to pause again very, very slightly, and I'm going to come back up. It's really important to get a good time under tension on this one, as it's going to be the most effective way to train those calf muscles down there. And we want to prevent any type of bouncing, as that might allow this Achilles tendon here to do most of the work with this strong elasticity. And we want that calf muscle to do the work, not so much the tendon. So we want to be nice and controlled in these movements. Last 3 seconds in 3, 2, 1, and rest. Exactly. Now you might feel a bit of a burning sensation on that calf muscle. That's totally normal. It's totally okay. And that will get better, and it will subside with time as we get better at this exercise. So don't even fret about it. Let's knock out this last one. We got one more set for this workout in 3, 2, ready, go. And if we need to modify this one, I do recommend going flat, as the decrease in range of motion is going to make it a little bit easier for us. That's a modification. But if we want to get a progression out of it, you want to challenge yourself just a little bit more, we can have one leg on our plate here and one leg up. And that's going to allow that one leg to carry the weight of our whole body. So it's a really nice way to get that good progression and even challenge yourself so that we're always adapting to whatever type of stimulus we add when we exercise. This is the last quarter. We're almost there. I'm going to finish with both feet here. We're going to pause at that top, and we're going to pause at that bottom to ensure our calves do all the work. One more for the road, and rest. There we go. That's the workout right there. But before we celebrate, we're going to finish with the well-earned water break and cool down, as the cool down is going to help bring that heart rate down to a nice comfortable level. Let's go ahead and get that quick sip of water to celebrate. That is the best treat, especially after a workout. All right. Now our quads, that big muscle on the front of our legs, is that main muscle worked on a squat. And they often do a lot of work. And seeing as they were quad dominant, we always want to stretch out those quads. It's going to help alleviate a lot of tension in that knee joint. So what we're going to do is I have my structure right here. I'm going to hold on nice and strong. What we're going to do is we're going to grab on our heels, just bending out our leg here. And we're going to pull our heel up, all while pulling our knee down. That's going to do a good job of stretching out that quad muscle. It's not so much that we're just pulling our leg back. We want to pull our knee downward and pull our heel upward. And that's going to give you that good stretch. All right, this is a static stretch for our cool down. We're going to go 30 seconds for each side. Let's knock this one out, family. In 3, 2, ready, go. And in this position, we want to breathe in a controlled manner. Bring our heart rate and breathing rate down back to normal. And this is a great way to get a lot of the blood flow from our legs back into the rest of the system. That's going to really help the heart on the recovery part, and it doesn't have to do that much work to pump all the blood back up against gravity. Let me get that back into the system, which is going to help us recover faster. Good. You can go ahead and rest. Switch to the other side. I'm going to hold on right here. And we're going to knock out this last quad muscle. Ready, go. And we are holding nice and tight. When it comes to static stretching, it's always a great idea to stretch up until you feel a point of tension. You should never feel any type of pain, discomfort, or any type of pitching. So if you are experiencing that, back down that stretch just a little bit, only to the point where you just feel that good, nice stretch. Last few seconds in 3, 2, ready, and rest. There we go. All right, let's target one more area of the body. We're going to target the inside of our thighs here, those adductor muscles. We're going to start off with a very wide stance, kind of like that sumo stance, as far as you can go. And what we're going to want to do is, with keeping our left leg nice and straight and my right leg bent, I'm going to lean one way, and you should immediately feel a stretch on this side. All right, since we are at a bit of a wide stance, you might feel a little unstable. No worries, as you can use any type of structure that you have here to hold balance, of course, so we can decrease our risk for falling and decrease our risk for injury. So use whatever structure you have next to you for your benefit. And we're going to knock out this stretch in 3, 2, ready, go. I'm going to lean to the right here. You can lean whichever way you want as long as you switch after this. Like I said, on stretching, hold that position where you feel a good amount of tension. And you can hold that position. We're going to do 30 seconds for each side. This is already 15. We're halfway there. If you want to get more, you can always use the ground to stabilize yourself. That's going to help create just a little bit more tension down there. Good. 30 seconds. Switch to the other side. Nice and fluid. No quick movements. We're cooling down and go. There we go. You should feel that stretch here. If that's too much stress, start to feel like you're pulling way too much, you can back down that stretch just a little bit. We're going to come up. This is a really good way to get that stretch without pushing ourselves too far. This is a very basic stretch. It's very simple. You don't need a whole lot of space to do this, so you can do it almost anywhere. Let's say right after a nice warm shower, or if you're even waiting for those commercials to end on TV, you can get up, you can knock down some of these stretches that you can do while you're waiting for your program to come back on. But anyways, that's the workout. Awesome job today. Excellent job. We finished together just like how we started. A way to push yourself. Remember that 2021 is all about moving. So be sure to stay tuned with us every day from Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. on Facebook for more workout videos. You can also download that Planet Fitness app for more workout content to keep you moving. Why don't you say, I give you the rest of the night off. So go ahead, take care, stay moving, and I'll see you on the next one.